Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. This is the English translation of the Majlis of Hazrat Maulana Qamar Uzzaman Saheb Damat Barakatuhum, which took place on Monday at Baytul Azkar, the residence of our Hazrat Wala. Monday, the 2nd of Jumadul Akhirah, 1447, 24th of November 2025. Our Hazrat Wala is speaking about the incident of Sayyidina Ali radiyallahu ta'ala an. وَقَدِمَ عَلِيُّ بْنُ أَبِي طَالِبٍ كَرَّمَ اللَّهُ وَجْهَهُ الْبَصْرَةَ فَدَخَلَ جَامِعَهَا فَوَجَدَ الْقُصَّاصِ يَقُصُّونَ. Sayyidina Ali radiyallahu ta'ala an entered Basra, and he came to Basra, and then he entered the Jama Masjid. So he found many of those, what we say, wa'izin, people who give bayan and lectures, sitting in different corners of the Jama Masjid giving their talks. فَأَقَامَهُمْ, he dismissed all of them. حَتَّى جَاءَ إِلَى الْحَسَنِ الْبَصَرِ رَضِيَ اللَّهُ تَعَالَى عَنْهُ, until he came to Sayyidina Hasan al-Basri. فَقَالَ, so he said to him, يَا فَتَى, O lad, إِنِّي سَائِلُكَ عَنْ أَمْرٍ, I want to ask you a certain matter about something. فَإِنْ أَجَبْتَ عَنْهُ أَبْقِيتُكَ, if you answer well, then I will allow you to stay on. وَإِلَّا أَقُمْتُكَ كَمَا أَقُمْتُ أَصْحَابَكَ, otherwise I will ask you to leave like how I asked your companions to leave. وَكَانَ قَدْ رَأَى عَلَيْهِ سَمْتًا وَهَدْيًا, and he saw some great signs of piety and excellence in him. فقال الحسن, Sayyidina Hasan rahimahullah says, Sal amma shi'ta. Now let's just look how confident he was. He said, ask as you wish. فقال له علي رضي الله تعالى عن, Sayyidina Ali رضي الله تعالى عن said to him, ما ملاك الدين, what is the foundation of deen? So he answered, Al-Wara', it is piety. Sayyidina Ali radiyallahu ta'ala went on further to ask, Fama fasadu deen, listen, what is the means of the destruction of deen? Qala at-tama', he answered by saying, greed. Qala, Sayyidina Ali radiyallahu ta'ala then said to him, Ijlis, famithluka man yatakallamu ala an-nas, remain seated, because the likes of you should definitely speak and give waz and bayan to people. Our Hazrat Wala is speaking about wara', piety, which is the foundation of deen. So Hazrat Maulana Shah Wasiullah Sahab said to the attendees in his majlis, our Hazrat Wala is saying, I was absolutely young at that age. I remember this year, and that day when my father came home, this is how he reacted. So what happened in the majlis? He said that you people come to me and you are keeping roza, you are fasting, it is the month of Ramadan. But where is your piety in mu'amalat, in your business dealings, etc., in your mu'asharat, social conduct? When my father came home that day, he started opening up everything and seeing that he was not owing any person anything in any way. So on that note there, our Hazrat Wala is actually saying, listen people, if there's anything on my side with you people, forgive me. And if there's anything that I need to give you, remind me. Now, looking at that incident, our Hazrat Wala is saying, tell me, can anyone even say something like this in this day and age, when these people who give bayan and talks actually speak in an unbecoming way, in a quoting wrong as well, so that people can laugh, taaki logo ko hasa de, so that people can laugh. So now look at the answer Sayyidina Hasan radiyallahu ta'ala an al-Basri gives to Ali radiyallahu ta'ala an. He didn't say any type of wazifa. He said, it is piety. It is piety. Now, the same applied in the Khanqa of Hazrat Tanvi. In Hazrat Maulana Shah Wasiullah Sahab, somebody wrote to him much about his wazaif. At the end of the letter, he wrote there, tell me what about your akhlaq? Akhlaq ka kya haal hai? Now, I stayed my entire life with the Buzurgan-e-Din. You people make dua that my Islah has taken place, and make dua that it should not be that tomorrow I am embarrassed and disgraced, insulted in front of everybody due to my deeds. You know, Hazrat Maulana Shah Wasiullah Sahab had so much of fikr for the akhirat. One day I entered his private chamber. He was weeping. He was pacing up and down. And what was he saying to himself? Chupir shudi hafiz, az mehkada bayrun shu, rindi wa hawasnaki, dar ahd shabab awla. Hafiz, Wasiullah, listen, you have grown old now. You should come out from these evil places, these places of vice, sin, indecency. Rindi wa hawasnaki, this following of base desires and evil acts. Okay, if it was done in a person's youth, okay, to a certain extent we can even understand it. But you have grown old now. What excuse do you have? Once, some dessert was brought to Hazrat Maulana Shah Wasiullah Sahab. He took a spoon and then he passed it on to his granddaughter, saying, you rather eat it, because if I eat it, I will commit sin. Now this akhlaqiyat that we're speaking about, muamalat, etc., this has become very, very rare today. And this lalach, this greed has become so common. There's arm ibtila. Many people are involved in this. Now, when it was there present in that time, in that age, then these days all the more. This kitab is just a thin, small kitab. For many years I've been reading from this kitab. Hazrat Haji Imdadullah asked Hazrat Tanvi to translate this kitab. Now when we speak about greed, what can we say when the Pir, when the Sheikh is muhtaj and in need? Rather his gaze is on the belongings of the murid. Then greater than that, what type of fasad and corruption can we speak about or tell you about? Sheikh Ibn Ata Iskandari rahimahullah goes on to say that I heard my Ustad, Sheikh Abul Abbas radiyallahu ta'ala an, saying that in my initial days, I was on the borders of Iskandariya and I went to certain person and they actually knew me. They knew me, they were acquainted with me. So I went to this person's shop or his store or his stall. I purchased something from him of what I needed with half a dirham. And then I said to myself, I just so much hope that he doesn't take any money from me. At that time, فَهَتِفَ بِي هَاتِفٌ, I heard a caller from the unseen saying, As-salamatu fid-deen bitarki at-tama' fil makhluqeen. That peace, salamati and afiyat in your deen will come about when you abandon hopes and greed for that which is in the possession of the makhluk. And I also heard him saying, Sahibu tama' la yashba'u abada. A person who is greedy will never ever become satiated. And the reason for that is, look at those huruf. They are empty letters, the ta, the mim, and the ain. So when they are so empty, then what will they fill a person with? فَعَلَيْكَ أَيُّهَا الْمُرِيدِ. Therefore, O seeker of the truth, O disciple, turn your hopes away from the makhluk, and do not become disgraced in front of them in the matter of your rizq. Because your distribution and how much you're going to get has even superseded your existence. Before you were even created, that was written. And then listen what some of the mashayikh had to say. أيها الرجل ما قدر لمضايقك, whatever has been destined for your molars, for your teeth to chew and to bite on, most definitely you will chew on it, you will eat it. وَيْحَكْ بِعِزٍّ, woe be to you, please do it with honor. وَلَا تَأْكُلْهُ بِذِلٍّ, and don't ever eat that there with disgrace. وَعْلَمْ, know well, the person who recognizes Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala puts his trust in the care that Allah ta'ala has for him. And a person's understanding can never ever reach perfection until that time that he has more confidence in what is in the hand of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in the possession of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, compared to what is in the possession of people. And it is sufficient for you to be an ignorant person if you understand the opposite of that, or if you didn't understand this year what I had to say to you. So Allah Ta'ala, we saying and speaking about the one who recognizes Allah, he will put his trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that Allah will care for me and Allah will see to me. So our Hazrat Wala is saying that Allah Ta'ala grant us and bless us with his recognition. Ilahi maqsood man tuhi wa rizai tu muhabbat wa ma'rifat khud bideh. Oh Allah, my objective is only you and your pleasure. Therefore bless me with your recognition and your love. So the most important thing here is qata tama' anil khalq, not to have any hopes in the makhluk. On one occasion, our Hazrat Wala is quoting here and he's saying this incident is written in the Gulista or Bosta. There was this person who just went to some wealthy person's place to have some meals. And then he came back saying to his wife or to his son that, give me some food, take out the food so that I can eat. So they said to him, but didn't you just come from an invitation and you just ate there? He said, I ate very, very little. Kam khaye, taake kaam mein aa jaye. I ate very, very little so it can be of some benefit to me. Meaning, I ate very, very little so that people can understand that I am a buzruk and I am so saintly. And due to that they will start giving me things, this, that and the other. Allahu Akbar. So look at this, the answer the son gives to him. He says to him that then read such a namaz, read also such a namaz that will become of some use to you tomorrow. Stand in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, read such a salat that will help you there tomorrow. Our Hazrat Maulana Shah Wasiullah Saheb Hazrat Wala is saying, he used to see how much of hirs, how much of greed and hopes in people do we have within us. Sometimes he used to scold us. Sometimes he used to dismiss us and we had to go and sit there in the masjid which was there at the station, at the boundary and at the border of the town. And then to add to that, he would even go on to say to people that don't go and take any food for them. Leave them there alone. They must sit there alone. And sometimes Hazrat Maulana Shah Wasiullah Saheb used to even scold us without any reason. When the ulama of more used to come. Then he would ask them, from amongst them was also Hazrat Qari Riyasat Ali, and he would ask them, tell me, I scolded these people and that, do you people find any change in them? Is there any difference? Are they improving? Sab yaad hai. I remember all these incidents, our Hazrat Wala is saying. To makhluk se nazar utha lena. Take your gaze and lift it away and turn it away from the makhluk. So this dua that I said to you people now, Ilahi, maqsood hai man, tu hi warizai tu, muhabbat wa ma'rifat ghutbida, azbar rehna chahiye. You should know this by heart. And also understand this here, that Ilahi, maqsood hai man tu hi. Oh Allah, you are my goal. You are my objective. Even your sheikh is not your objective. Now we should make dua. You people also make dua for me. Allah Ta'ala bless us with His pleasure. And this article that we spoke about, these characteristics that we need to imbibe within us, this wealth, Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala embellish us with this year of wara and piety, and how we get rid of tama'. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم بحرمة سيد النبي الكريم صلى الله عليه وسلم.